Today I'm taking you along with me to go through all of my seeds that I have from past years that I still haven't used, and let's see what I can plant still here in Central Texas in May. I want to take you through my seed collection here. And these are not the seeds that I've collected myself, but the seeds that I've bought. And most of them are older, so because of that I would want to overseed just in case the germination rate has gone low. But besides that, I can still plant them. And I told myself this year that I wasn't going to buy a bunch more seeds because I still have so many. You may notice that I don't do a really good job storing my seeds or organizing them. They are kind of a mess. I know that I can plant more Swiss chard directly in the ground, and I love Swiss chard, so I really need to go ahead and start that. And it even says that you can sow it in place in early spring to midsummer. So these, it's not too late. I'm going to put the ones that I am definitely going to start in this little container just to make it obvious to myself which ones I'm going to keep. Let's see, what all do I have? Arugula. This is wasabi arugula. It actually tastes like wasabi, so you can't grow wasabi here. And you can grow this wasabi arugula, which would be interesting to try because you can get that flavor. And arugula grows really well here. I don't know if it would bolt right away in the heat, but it does say that you can do summer plantings in the shade or part shade. I have a huge amount of cowpeas that I saved from last year, and I'm going to make another video where I shell all of those and see which ones we got, and then I'm going to plant them out into the garden. This lasts all through the summer, and they have really beautiful blooms. I'm going to try the orange and purple color. I can still plant zinnias. They're a really heat-loving flower. These are so old, you can see I got them in 2022 or 2023, and might as well try and use them. Sunflowers I know that I can still do, even though there's sunflowers growing massive right now. There's also still always new ones popping up. So these can be planted directly in the ground right now, and it would be totally fine. I've even planted sunflowers in July, and as long as they get enough water, they will be fine. So I'm going to keep all the sunflowers. Macarena zinnia, I'm going to do that. We have Persian carpet zinnia. I love all the zinnias from the Queenie line. So this is Queenie Lemon Peach. Polar Bear zinnias, yes. More sunflowers. This is called Florenza. And this one is a blend of different colors of zinnias. I'm gonna do all the zinnias. I have aster. I'm not going to do that right now. Mustard can go into a little bit more heat. It says it's tolerant of heat and frost, but it's still best planted in cool spring or fall conditions. And who knows, we might keep getting these cool fronts, but it might get really, really hot soon. So I'm just not going to worry about mustard right now because I'm not a huge fan of it to eat anyway. Some of these are cool season crops and we're going to just skip them, but I'll just go through them really quick and see. Oh, I was looking for these. I want more Mexican sunflowers or Tithonia. They grow really well here and they're very beautiful. And so I got this package of seeds a while ago and I didn't realize an ounce was like a bazillion seeds. So I still have a lot of them left. I'm going to definitely plant more of those. Those can be planted directly into the ground. Cilantro is a little bit more of a cool season crop. It's not going to like it here in the summer. Same with beets. It's a little too late to plant carrots, I believe. So if this, you have to harvest before the hot weather, I don't know that it would make it. You can probably do them in the shade. This is the southern collards. I'm going to skip the collards for now. And yeah, a lot of these are heat tolerant, but when they say heat tolerant, I don't know that they're talking about Texas heat tolerant. But look at, isn't that cool? Gigantic kale. Okay, so I'm going to put these back. I'm definitely going to try and grow a bunch of basil. You can plant them in the ground, but I find it a little bit hard, so I'm going to start them indoors. It says that it may be sown in place if you have a long summer. We have a really long summer, and I don't know if it's talking about our kind of summer because it says ideal temperature is 65 to 90, and soon it'll be over 90. Once they get going, I can keep basil alive until frost. I'm going to try and get a lot of basil out there. Tulsi holy basil is one of my favorites, especially to make tea. I also saved a bunch of my own seeds last year. It didn't self-seed at all, so this one won't spread around in your garden on its own, as far as I know. But I'm going to go ahead and grow more in the arrow garden and get that planted out as soon as possible. Okay, more zinnias, queen lime orange. How cool is that? Such a beautiful color. I love how Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds puts photos, gorgeous photos of them on their packet. Ooh, I just found this. So these are seeds I saved myself, burgundy okra. So it's okra that is like a red okra or burgundy color. And I have quite a bunch. It's not too late for me to plant these. These are heat-loving plants, and I'm definitely going to plant these. And these can go directly in the ground. Okay, more basil. I have purple Petra basil. Let's do that one. Lettuce leaf basil. Sweet basil is about your typical basil that you would see in the grocery store. There's nothing in there. Okay, so never mind about that one. More zinnias. Pink senorita. Yes, let's do that one. Last year I was buying a lot of salmon color because I really love it. It's so beautiful. So Oklahoma salmon zinnias. Now amaranth loves the heat, and I love growing it here. And I have heard that in some areas it can spread everywhere with their seeds, but I have never had an amaranth pop up on its own. So I'm not worried about that. And let me see. So these are cool because amaranth has these delicious leaves, and you can cook the leaves, and it's one of the leaves that actually grows in the summer, and it's delicious. So you can eat the leaves, and then the top of it, the flower, is a grain. So this has like a tan orangey color grain. I'm going to go for the amaranth this year because that just is fun, and I didn't do it last year. Some regular green okra. Clemson spineless is pretty much your average okra that you're going to find everywhere, and it is great to plant right now. If you see back here, it's got a little map of the United States. I'm right here in Central Texas in the orange area, which means I can plant this April through June. So that's perfect. Thai sweet basil. I'm going to take all the basil I can get. Here we have yard-long beans. These are Asian beans, and they tend to be able to handle heat better than other types of beans. Except for our black-eyed peas, of course. That is a Southern gardener staple. Let me see here. it still wants it to plant and germinate at least in 65 to 85 degrees. I still might have some time. I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. So I'm gonna keep these. If you are still hanging out with me, thank you. It's really nice having a chat and a coffee and looking through seeds together. Gardening can sometimes be lonely. How do you feel? Does watching these videos help you feel a little bit more connected with other gardeners? Also, I have an amazing group over on Skool.com. It's called Regenerative Gardeners. And right now we have over 200 gardeners from all over the world who are trying to grow organically without synthetic chemicals and using a lot of permaculture concepts. We're having a great time over there. I have a free mini food forest class on there as well. So I will put a link in the description if you're interested in joining so that you can talk to other gardeners and feel more connected. It is usually kind of a solo, lonely pursuit, and I'm doing this so that we can share and learn from others. You can ask your questions. It's just really fun to be able to connect with others. Some of these I don't even remember buying, but I probably heard something about it and maybe heard that it could grow here and bought it. So that's the case with this Popolo butterfly form. And it says that it's hard to germinate it. It wants you to sow them indoors in the spring, but you can do it again later in the summer. And here in Texas, we kind of have two short seasons. Well, they're all short seasons, but we have a spring season, a summer season, and a fall season. And a lot of plants that do great in other parts of the country or world over the entire summer will just go dormant here in the summer. So when it gets over 90 degrees, a lot of things will not germinate, and a lot of things will also not pollinate during that time. So let me see. But this one is native to Mexico and Central America, which is even hotter than here. But people compare it to cilantro. So I think that's why I bought it, because it thrives in the heat. And, you know, I understand that it's not going to love germinating in the heat of the summer, but I think that I might be able to do it. I want to try it. So I'm going to try this Popolo and see if it tastes like cilantro, if I can even get it to work. Purple ball basil. More basil, yes, thank you. And another holy basil, a different kind. This one is Thai holy capreo, if I'm saying that correctly. And these thrive in heat, and you can sow them in place, but I'm probably going to start all the basil indoors. And because they grow more quickly in my arrow garden, hopefully I can get them out before it gets too hot. Moringa grows really well here, but it doesn't survive our winter. So it's not a perennial here, and they don't get really huge, but I have gotten enough leaves to dry them and create my own moringa powder. And that was really fun. I'm gonna try it again because I have this packet anyway. So you pre-soak the seeds in warm water for a few days and keep changing your water. And then you can plant them directly outside. So it doesn't ever bloom for me here because it doesn't get to that point, but really I'm growing it for the leaves anyway. The leaves are just packed with a huge amount of nutrition. The cowpeas, let me go ahead and keep all of these. These are great in really warm conditions, and it's not too late. I have a lot of cowpeas already popping up in the garden that self-seeded last year, but I can definitely use more. I love them so much, and they last all the way until frost. So I'm going to put all of these cowpeas in here. We're getting a ton of seeds over here. Ooh, I'm going to be busy. Ooh, another kind of okra, which I don't think I've grown before. This one says cowhorn okra. It can mature in just 35 to 60 days, and I know that they can still grow. So I'm gonna plant all the okra. Blue goose cowpeas, more cowpeas, the better. Okay, we got clay cowpeas, yes. More sunflowers. This is really pretty autumn colors. Evening sun. More amaranth. I'm gonna do all the amaranth if I still have the seeds. This one I still have. That is a really pretty red color. It's called beetroot. I wonder if it tastes anything like beetroot, but it definitely looks like beets. And these beautiful Cinderella zest zinnias, let's do those. Basil, let's do it. Zinnias, Berry's giant coral, like that one. Those are almost gone. Queenie zinnia mix. So I love the Queenie. And Queenie ones are just like a really big, beautiful, stunning flower. And this one has lime blush, red lime, lime orange, and lemon peach all mixed in. We are almost done. Okay, giant cabbage. Look at this. How could I not try this? But look at his climate. He's in the snow. That is definitely not my climate. But yeah, maybe you could grow it here. This is a Japanese variety that can be up to 44 pounds in optimal growing conditions. I'm sure ours are not optimal. But in any case, it's frost hardy. This is something that maybe I'll do in the fall, and maybe it could go all the way through winter. Are we done? All right, well that took forever, and here is my giant pile of seeds that I can still do right now. And I don't know that I can even do all of these, so I may have to narrow it down. And thank you so much for coming along with me and making it fun for me to go through all of these seeds and figure out what I can still plant here in May in Austin, Texas. So let me know what you're planting in May and leave a comment. And I'll see you on the next one.